Hey, what's going on? My name is Anant. In this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite thing, which is live chat dashboard. This is where you get to talk to your customers, your leads, and live chat dashboard has a lot to offer you, whether you want to offer customer support or follow up with your leads. It has plenty of things for you to use. Now, I have already listed down a couple of things in the priority order which I want you to see. So make sure you don't skip the video at any part, because I'm not going to be talking anything which is not important for you to know, right? I will only be discussing things that might help you while you're offering customer support or following up with your lead. So make sure you stick till the end of this video. Now, the first thing I want to show you is filter chat. How can you filter the conversation by labels? So label is something which we already discussed. It helps you categorize your contacts. For example, for this contact which I've opened over here, you can see there are plenty of labels assigned to this contact, right? Like customer, callback, eligibility, blah, 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 right? Now, if I want to filter contacts inside my live chat by label, I can simply do that by the filter icon and then select whichever label I want to use. So let's say I want to use a label interested in demo. Anyone who has this label, I will be able to see that. So let me just click here and you will see the chat, the chat screen over here will update accordingly. So when I click here, you see the chat got updated. So we got Siddharth on top who said, let's connect on Monday, and then we got a plenty of customer who have shown interest in demo. Again, I can go ahead and clear this, so I can go back to select label and it's going to give me all the contacts over here. So filter chat is very handy when you want to find people by label. Let's say you only want to talk to people who have raised a support query, right? So you can just filter those people by support. Or let's say you only want to talk to your customers right now. So only those people who have a tag of customers, you can filter them out, right? Let me just go back to select label again. Now this is a very important feature, and you can also search these people by their name. So let's say I want to find out any contact, I can just type their name and I'll be able to find the person over here. So I hope you find this feature helpful. The next thing I want to show you is, again, how do you chat with the person. So if I want to send a message to this person, all I can do is I can type the message here, hit enter, and the customer is going to receive the message on their end. So I can quickly confirm on my WhatsApp that, hey, I have received the message. Let me send one more message so that you can see the change that's coming. So I send hi, and you might see something just came here at the bottom, right? Means whenever you send a message from your dashboard, it's gonna come to your customer's WhatsApp number. And if I reply from here, hey, this is going to appear over here. Check this out, right? This is going to appear over here. Now let's say customer says, how do I onboard in your platform, right? Let's say a customer have a query. Now this can be a frequently asked query. So what we have done is we have created a pre-built template that we can send to all the customers. That's a great way to offer customer support on your platform. So all you need to do is click on / and all your saved, your canned replies will appear. So if a customer is asking about onboarding or pricing or anything which is very frequently asked, you can just select that. And again, you can personalize this by their name. So I have written hi lead user's first name, and then here's a long text that we're going to be sending. And you will see the moment I send this message, it is going to change that lead first username to the name of the person. So my customer is getting a very personalized message just by me using the canned reply. This is very handy if you're offering customer support. Now you cannot send message to people who are outside of 24 hours window, because here you see this customer is inside 24 hours window, which means you can send anything that you want to this customer. But then there are people who are outside of 24 hours window. For example, I created this test contact who's outside of 24 hours window, and you cannot send a message to this person. If I try to send a message, you'll see sending message outside 24 hours window is not allowed. So the only thing that you can do right now is send a template message. So let me show you how you can send a template message. You need to click on the message icon and go to message template. And these are the message templates that we have created inside WhatChimp. Now, if you don't know how to create a message template, I've recorded a video on that as well. So make sure you check it out. I'll put the link in the description below. Now, these message templates, you can pick any of them and send it to your customer. So I've created one called a support reply. I'm going to hit send, and you can see this message was delivered to my customer. Now, message templates, we were using it for broadcasting, but it can also be used when we are sending one-on-one messages. Now, we are not going to be charged for this because this customer is still inside 24-hour window, which means even though you send a template message, you're not getting billed for it. How cool is that, right? Now, the next thing I want to show you, which is going to be very handy. Let's say you're talking to someone over a phone and you want to immediately send a message to them, right? But you don't have them saved over here. How do you do that? All you need to do is click on the plus button, and it's very handy. You just need to type their name. So let's say I type test contact. Make sure you put their country code. So I'm going to put the country code as 91 if I'm sending to India. And then let's say I'm just going to put something random over here. I don't even know if the number exists, but let's try to save this. And this subscriber has been created, which you can see over here. And then you can click on the icon message template and send whatever you want to send them. But right now, since we created a random number, I'm not going to send any message to this person. But it's a handy way to quickly create a contact and send a message to them, right? So let me just go back to this number so that we can do more. We can play around with it. Now, the next thing I want to show you is, let's say you want to highlight a particular message that the customer have sent you in the past. Let's say I want to reply to this message. So what I can do is I can just click on the reply button and say hello, right? So here, when I'm replying to the customer, I can refer to any particular message he have sent me. It's very handy. This is something you might use on a day-to-day basis on your regular WhatsApp, and you can use this over here as well. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is how you can rewrite your messages with AI. So let's say I type something like, hey sup, how you doing, right? Let's say I've written something grammatically correct, not so professional, and I want to rewrite this. All I need to do is click on the star icon and look at this. Hello, what's up? How are you? So whatever you throw here, it's gonna make it professional just with a single click. How cool is that, right? And then I can send this message. Next thing I want to show you is you can send an attachment. So if you have a PDF or an image that you want to send, you can always do that from here. So you can pick up any image or a PDF file and you can send this to your customer. So let's say I want to send a PDF, open and send to the customer. You can see this is sent to the customer. Right now, if you want to send a voice note, which is very native, which looks like, you know, you've just recorded this voice from your phone and sent to a customer, you can do that from here as well. All you need to do is click on this icon over here. You see this voice icon, you need to click over here. Hey, how are you doing, Anant? And send it. That's it, right? So this is going to send a very native voice on their phone. It's not like a downloadable MP3, right? It's something which they can immediately play and listen to it. Now, the next thing I want to show you is assign agent. Let's say you're talking to someone, but you're not able to offer them the right kind of support and you want to assign someone else who can take care of it, you can absolutely do that from assign agent. So earlier there was no one who might be assigned to it. It could be, let's say, this, and then you can go ahead and assign this to anybody in your team. So let's say I want to assign this to this person. So all I need to do is click here and the contact gets assigned to this team member. And earlier to this team member, the contact might not be visible. But now that I've assigned the chat, this is gonna appear to this agent over here. Now you can also see that any customer that I'm replying to right now, their number is not visible to me because I have logged in as a team member who does not have the permission to see the phone number. And that's how you can protect your number from getting revealed to your agents. So they can always talk to your customers, but they cannot see the number of your customer, right? But if you want to give that permission to them, you can always make it visible to your agents, right? For now, I want to put it back to select agent so that it's not assigned to anybody. Now here you can also assign labels and custom fields. So labels is something which I've already discussed. You see here on the right hand side, there are plenty of labels which are assigned. If I want to delete a label, I can delete that. And if I want to assign a label, I can assign it from here. And then every time you assign something, you have to click on save changes so that it reflects everything. Right? Now, let's say I also want to change something here. You see the company right now, which is written as test company. And if I want to update that custom field, I can see all the custom fields from here, by the way. And if I want to update any of the custom field, what I can do is I can click on select custom field, select the parameter I want to update, and then I can name it as, let's say, WhatChimp, save changes, and the company you can see now got updated to WhatChimp. How cool is this, right? So whenever your agents are talking and they want to collect any particular information about your customer, they can collect that and update it with the custom field over here. Now let's say you want to add notes about a customer, right? So you can do that from add note. So whenever you're talking to a customer and something has happened, let's say customer is interested in product, so I can add a note which will always appear in the history, right? So even if a next agent is talking to this lead, or if again I'm coming back and talking to this lead, I will remember whatever conversation I've had with this customer. You see this? And I can also see which user has actually created the note. So we have a user called as demo user with that account I am logged in right now, and that is why it's showing demo user has created a note which is customer is interested in the product, and what time, again I can see that, and it will also appear on my timeline history. Again, this is not going to be visible to your customer, this is only for your internal team members. Now the next thing that I want to show you is resolve conversation. Let's say you were offering customer support and you have resolved the query or issue for that customer. You can click on resolve and the message will move to resolve section, right? And again, you want to put it back to your general section, you can do that again. It's a great way to manage tickets and close them once they are resolved. Now if you want to block an annoying lead or an annoying customer, you can always do that from here so that they can never send you a message again. You just have to click on this button and the customer gets blocked. Now if you go to the blocked section, you'll be able to see all the blocked customers. Oh, I blocked someone else. Let me just unblock them again. And once I go back, you can see the person is back. Alright, now the next thing I want to show you is set a follow-up reminder for yourself. Right, so here if let's say I want to follow up with this customer 1 hour later, I can send a reminder for myself, and this bot, if I have my tab open, is going to remind me that you have to follow up with this customer over here, right? So it's a great way to remind yourself about any task that you need to do. Now the next thing that I want to show you is send forms. So WhatChimp has something called as WhatsApp flows, which we will discuss in a future video. But if you have created a form already, you can send that form to your customer. They can fill the form and the data is going to be visible to you. So how do you send a form? Again, you just have to click on the message icon here and click on WhatsApp flows, click on basic info. Now this is where you have to give your form header, body and button. So form header, let's say I call it as support. Body, please share what's your concern. Footer button, let's say raise a ticket. And let's also put a message footer, which is team WhatChimp, right? So I've already created a form and it already has certain fields which are not showing over here, but the form includes two variables, two input variables. One is the category of your support and second is the support message. So now you can see the form is sent to the customer. So let me just fill the form so that you can see what exactly you're going to get once the customer fill form. So I'm going to click on raise a ticket button and then I'm going to fill the form. So I'm going to select the category as technical support and then hey, I need help with onboarding and send it. So the moment customer fill the form, everything is going to be visible to you. So these are the input variable that I created. Select and support description. So here customer can pick the category and here they can type in the message. And that's exactly what you can see once they fill the form. Now the next thing I want to show you is how you can unsubscribe a customer so that you never send them any broadcasting message in future. So let's say you're already on the live chat for that customer, you can click on action and click on unsubscribe and you can opt the customer out of your future broadcasting. Now the last thing that I want to show you is, let's say you have multiple numbers connected with WhatChimp, then you can easily switch your number by clicking over here on the drop down and pick the number that you want to use. So the moment you click on that, it's just going to change the whole dashboard. Again, I can go back to my previous number and see all the conversation. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any question about anything, drop it down in the comment below and I'll be happy to answer you all.